Greetings on this beautifully chilly day. It is quite cool outside, but I kind of like that. Anyways, it's quite amazingly astounding how much can change and drastically within such a short measure of time. We like to think in notions of time, but truly what is time when all things are created new? And what do you mean by all things are created new? Well, everything that we think, speak, believe, all affects the reality not only of ourselves, but everything around us. And what we're aware of, that's what we kind of draw to our consciousness. So it's like, you could really be aware of anything. Or even if you're not thinking of the thing that's around you, perhaps you'll be oblivious and blinded to see what's literally within and around you. But the moment that you become aware of that, you're like, wow, it really is everywhere. So that's kind of how it works with spirit. What is spirit? Well, there's a lot of different words and titles that we've all used throughout time. But I always like to bring it back to the notion of grace, because that's that all-encompassing, all-accepting, always embraced and loved, never rejected space, which to me is the most beautiful. And so the spirit of life that exists within all things, whether it be the trees or the air that we breathe, or, the birds in the sky, squirrels running across the ground, down to the littlest plant or ant or anything else. It's the spirit of life that's within all things, and it's within you too. So spirit's beyond, these forms of body. Nothing never truly dies. We talk about energetics, and it's quite an interesting realm. But yeah, those energies, it never dies. That it just passes from one form to another. So, that's why I like rolling with formlessness, because then it allows me the space and freedom within grace to traverse through a myriad of multitude of planes. Again, not everybody's experienced the same thing, so it's like I don't expect people to believe or receive, and that's fine, because we all get to make our own choices and beliefs and what we choose to be our own reality. We can make that box tiny, or we can make that box expansive. There's always more room to grow. And wherever you're at, flow forth from those spaces, because there's no such thing as being, too far out, too far gone, whatever. It's like you are who you are. You're a unique and radiant, beautiful being. So flow forth and grow forth, and doesn't matter where you find yourself. So it is quite intriguing the more that you kind of look at the interconnectedness of all things. It's like we're a giant, even beyond cosmic, amalgamation of an entire body. So it's like we all have our being within this body of life, and we all serve different functions and roles. We have our giftings and areas, but we're not limited to those things that we may think. We're much more, because as we tap into those things, you'll find out that there's more. And then when you tap into that more, well, there's more. But wait, there's more. No, there's always more. And that's the beautiful part of it. So it's like, man, I didn't know that there could be this much love. And then all of a sudden there's even more love. And that opens up, and same thing with all the giftings of spirit. It's like, wow. And then you just grow even deeper in appreciation, gratitude, thankfulness, and your life just starts radically changing, because all of a sudden you're set free. You're not bound by the old limiting terms and conditions that either you or the world has set upon you. You're free from all of that. So there's no need to measure up when you're measureless. You're beyond anything that can be measured. So it's like, I could fit a box for a time if I want to, just to show the likeness here, but ultimately I'm beyond this box. But regardless, even if others choose to remain within boxes, I'll still love them there too, because hey, we're meant to love and be loved. pretty much. Not pretty much, that's precisely, but love is like an endless notion of flowing, of endless words, and it's like, all right, Spirit, what is it that you want to say now? Because ultimately we don't own the rights to this life. It was given to us as a gift, freely. So if this gift was given freely, well then how are we going to say, no, this is only to me, or I've got to charge for this gift of freedom, or I'm going to, whatever it may be. It's like, no, what comes from spirits are free, and you give that free. So I enjoy sharing as much as I can when at all possible, because the more that I share, the more that I learn and grow too, because in the sharing to another is where I receive. Now, how does that make sense? Well, in love, how are you going to experience love of self if you don't have love for others? So when you love others, you love self. Simple. You see? So when you start flowing in those states, you're like, man, just let it go, let it flow, and you find yourself refreshed and growing even more. So wherever you find yourself, be yourself, and always remember that you're loved, because that's the big thing, and that will set you free to likewise love others, and to even change the way that you look at yourself and others. Because rather than seeing somebody that may be treating you poorly and say, man, what's wrong with this person? You can instead say, man, I see this person's wounds and they truly need love. So, who are we not to serve another that's in need? So anyways, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna enjoy it. Day off, so I haven't figured if I'm gonna go for a walk, yoga, gym, maybe poetic writing, maybe flow out in the woods. Who knows? I enjoy all forms of expression. Sometimes it's fun just to walk around, pick up a stick, practice your martial arts, whatever. It's, life's meant to have fun, creativity, exploration. There's no one marker of boundary that you can't press beyond, because we're limitless. So we can excel out upon all fronts and with everything, because we're one with everything. So dream big, and then dream bigger and bigger and bigger, because life is but a dream, whereby spirit so flows through, and we can manifest whatever we so desire. Love you guys. Peace out.